Hi, this is Hank Zeck and my wife Karen. We're with SonSet Solutions. You can see here, this is our office building. Goes all the way down there to the end, and have a little place you can turn around. And then there's another building off to the left. That's our shop area. I'm going to get inside and show you a little bit about what I do, and then we'll continue from there. Well, this is my cubicle area here. Let's go in here a little bit. You can see what that looks like. Got a desk here. Some of the origami things I work on. Some other displays here that my son has given to me, a little cube thing. Anyway, I work on building up the TB1000 transmitter. It's called a tropical band transmitter. You can see some of the chassis here. Some of these I've sent out to be made to certain specs that we have. Other things I make here at the desk here, I have my soldering iron here. I can make some circuit boards. If you come around here through the hallway, these are some circuit boards that I have made up. You can see them there. There's like a power supply there. That yellow thing is the power supply. But right now it's checking out the crystals in these, what they call a synthesizer. So sometimes the frequency will drift. So they've actually built up power supply that will power all these boards to make sure that those crystals don't drift when we send out a piece of equipment. This is another place where we have our meetings generally, and you can see from the setup of the chairs that we have that social distancing so that we don't spread this virus around at all. It's been many weeks since we have been able to have well, a long time since we've been able to have a regular staff meeting where we have everyone here and not social distance. And for a long time, we had the meetings on Zoom so that we could stay safe. Here we have a TB1000. It's upside down right now, but you get an idea of what it looks like. That's the transmitter part. And there on the side, you can see that other thing with those 4 black squares. That's actually the power supply that powers the transmitter unit. Now, currently, the engineer is working on making modifications to this unit so that it can function on different frequencies. So it's been my job to provide him with a transmitter that he can make adjustments to, and then he will let me know what final adjustments he's made so that we can get into production on these units. Some of the other projects we've been involved on are this little, it's called a solar phone charger. So this is something that can be used in remote locations where people don't have access to getting their phones charged, like in Africa and other places. So this is another little project that we've been working on here. This is our water monitor area where we actually spend time to make a device that fits on top of a well to monitor how the water is coming out of that well. This device will communicate with the internet on a daily basis to give you an idea of what how well is performing. This is like a little production line. I think we have 150 units that we want to get out to Africa, in Uganda, I believe. And this is something we work with a group called U-Turn Ministry, or Doxa Wells, and many times they use the well as an opportunity to present the gospel, saying here's regular water, but you can also receive living water. That would be what Christ talks about in the New Testament. Here you see some of the parts that I've sent over to the shop, and these will need to be sandblasted, which he'll use this machine to sandblast the parts in. Then I'll send them over for chromating, sometimes over for painting or silk screen printing and powder coating. I'll do that and try to get ready to have all the parts ready so we can build 4 more transmitters. By the way, since the pandemic hit, there was 1 week where I was told to stay home and work from home. And then since then, I've been able to come in every day, wear the mask, and keep working here. So I haven't really missed much time here as far as the parts that need to be made for this transmitter. This is our shop area. You can see we have various machines that put out the different parts. Drill press, other machines here. We even have what they call a CNC machine, a computer operated lathe. So we thank God for what He's provided for us here. Also want to mention the fact that we are called SonSet Solutions out here, mostly because of this little radio. It's a AM/FM shortwave radio, has 9 stations you can put into it. It's solar powered, and this is one of our big projects here. We also are working on adding, the latest version will have an MP3 player on it, so people can hear the gospel and it can have recorded messages from God's Word. Well, that's about it from this end. I want to thank you for your faithful support down through the years. And I have been a missionary with SonSet Solutions, and you have supported us since we went to the field in 1978. And until 2000, we were missionaries with Transworld Radio. Then we switched over and became missionaries with Reach Beyond, on loan to SonSet Solutions. So that's the whole story. I now return you to your regularly scheduled program.